How's it going, everybody? Rybrad here today, and we are back with our Ottawa Senators franchise mode, and we are in the offseason after quite a disappointing playoff exit to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Or was it to the Leafs? I think we lost to the Lightning. I'm not sure, but we got absolutely bodied. That's what I remember. I think it was the Leafs. I remember we got bodied. I pretty much put this one out of my mind, if you can blame me. We're gonna go ahead and continue. Actually, we're gonna view the draft class real quick. There is a franchise two-way forward, Reginald Camachi, who looks insane, but balanced overload is not too bad, actually. Now that I look at it, that's not too bad. If we take a look here, there's some potential elites. I doubt they're going to be elite. Where we are picking is in the late 20s here, so we'll see who's supposed to go right around our pick here. I don't think we're going to get Krajicek, but we could get some of these guys here. Sadikov, Josh King, and Henrik Raquel. Latapov is 4 years away. 4 years. Wow, they're all 4 years away. Are you serious? This guy is 3 years away, so that's not bad. But Zanetti is 4 years. I don't know anything about Joseph Cato. I'd like to learn something about Cato. There's Warner. I'll ask these two. Ooh, these two medium elites. 2 years. They're both 2 years away. Interesting. He's 17. He's 18. He's a 17-year-old. Balance, shoot, balance, block, crash the net, dump, balance, energy, block, overload. Gross. Come on, EA. I can't believe that some of these guys get created with such terrible strategies. Anyway. I'm not too sure what we need to do this offseason. I really don't know. The team is really looking quite good. And I'd love to say that, oh, we need this and we're golden. Like, I don't think it's John Gibson. That was just we've faced offensive juggernauts. We brought in Werenski to fix the defensive core. It's not like there was anything particularly wrong with what we did. It just didn't happen to pay off. So let's go ahead and interview here. I do want to learn about how long it is until Cato makes the NHL, his readiness. He is what was the answer? 3 years. Okay. We'll see play style. If he's 3 years, I'm not too concerned about that. I'm going to just do a new topic. I think we're going to end the conversation. Oh, he's age 19. I didn't even realize that. A first rounder who's 19, who's still 3 years away from the NHL, and a two-way forward is not exactly what I want to do. But Don Warner here, we get a couple more interviews. Play style, let's check out how long it'll be until he is NHL ready. Hopefully he says NHL ready right away, because that would be an absolute steal. 4 years away, even worse. So we're definitely not going to take Warner. And he is a power forward. Okay, so at least he's a power forward, right? That's not the end of the world there. We're just going to end the conversation there. I don't really see a need to get anything else out of the conversation. We've gotten everything we needed to get out of the conversation. These two guys we know are 2 years away, so these guys will probably be our picks. I know it's a bit of a reach, but I'm thinking Alexander Kondratev. I think we have snipers, although Elias Ramsey here could be a really good sniper. The power forward is balance, shoot, balance, block, crash the net. I think I might have to take the sniper if that's the case. Elias Ramsey, I'd love to interview him, but we got the gem here who's 3 years away. He's probably not too bad, but he's probably not that great either. A medium elite here, Luutinen, is 3 years away. I could double check that and get a confirmation, but I don't think I'm going to bother. We got our second round pick sitting right here with Pierce Brindamore, potentially 4 years, and Jack Hall, potentially 3 years away, so that's not terrible. Kent Heinrich. You've got Jesse Irons, which is absolutely a fantastic name. And then you got Serge Demore, who's 4 years away. Okay, so some of these guys are looking like they're a few years away from the league. 3 years, but, some second rounders that are 3 years away are not too far. To be honest, they're not too far. Here's a gem who is 3 years away from the NHL. I don't see how he's a gem in that case, but that's just me. Anyway, we've got some players here that I'd like to figure out. Maybe something or other around our picks. Let's see here. This guy's low elite. This guy. So you know what? Let's take. Let's interview this goalie that's supposed to go right at our place here. So place skills. I don't want to know his skills. I don't really care. We might as well. His strength. What are you good at, my guy? Cam Shing. He's got good vision. He can see things well. He's usually where he needs to be. That's pretty good for a goalie. I'd assume that's what you would want a goalie to say. How long until he makes the NHL? He's got 5+ years. Good Lord. That doesn't mean he can't be a good player still. He can't have good potential. That definitely does not mean that. But it does mean that he's not going to be somebody I'm really targeting right away. And I don't think there's a player worth trading up for. None of these guys, besides the elites up here in the top 5. It's really a draft, your typical draft, where the top 5 is loaded. This guy's actually, Marcus Gilroy is 1 year away from the NHL. That would be a very good pick right there. Look at how good he is already. 6'4", 198, so might be worth moving up for there. 2 years away for Laurent Dubois. Brian Simmons is 3 years, 3 years. 2 years here potentially for Ethan Doyle. Roman Krajicek. We didn't know anything about Doug McInnes, and that's fine. I didn't want to know anything about Doug McInnes. I wasn't going to probably trade up for him anyway. Christopher Kerslake there. Yeah, so then here at our picks, we got 4, 4, 4. Latapov is 4 years away, and then these guys are 3 years away. So Joseph Kato is 3 years away. Bruce Gerby, like, there you go. These two guys here, Kondraitiev and Ramsey. Elias Ramsey might be the guy I take with our pick. 2-bar medium elite. He's 2 years away from the NHL, which is pretty close. I wouldn't have to move up at all. I didn't give up anything. I know there's a gem here, but to me, he doesn't feel like much of a gem being 3 years away. Anyway, I think we're going to stick with what we've got here. 5 years for that goalie. Yeah, nobody jumps off the page as must get with our pick. So we are going to probably take Ramsey with our pick, and let's just double check. I want to see who's expiring. You guys did say you wanted me to give Colin White a new contract. Zach Werenski does not want a new contract, and I think I'm fine giving him 5 years. He wants an extension. Okay, so 5 years at about, oh, I don't know. Can we get him if we can get him under 10, like 9.8 million for 5 years? It would make me happy if we could do that. Who else is expiring? Obi's expiring, but he's 39, so we'll probably let him walk. Manson, Roslovic, these guys want to come back, but I don't know if I want to bring them back. We'll do the assessment later on here. Allmark is expiring, but if you take a look, we already have, Sogard is here too, he's on a cheap deal. Cutler is the guy of the future. Tennell, Walters, yeah, so we got a lot of elite goalies, guys. I don't think I'm going to take a shot on a goalie here. I could always use a goalie in a trade, but for now, let's go ahead and get the draft started and see who's going to be the next member of the Ottawa Senators. And it so far looks like nobody wants to trade their pick until the Avs at 22, and that's not worth it for us at 25, considering we will be reaching on some players as well. So Meach, Moore, McInnes all go before we can get them, which is fine. High top 6D there. That's a bad pick from Carolina. Unfortunate for them. Medium elite defenseman Tucker goes to the Buffalo Sabres. That's a good pick there in the teens. And then we've got clearly our top 5 who are all NHL ready, maybe except for Bell. Logan Bell, maybe not, but he is a very good playmaker. But here is the medium franchise sniper, Reginald Camachi, 83 overall. Really, really good off the bat. Will be somebody we will have to look out for, but thankfully, he's going to the Western Conference. All these guys are going to the Western Conference besides Ekman Larson. Totally fine with that as it stands. Anyway, we got Kelly Miller here, who's potentially 3 years. Kerslake, who's 3 years away. I'm going to go after the guys that are 2 years away here in Kondraitov and Ramsey. 2 years, 2 years. I think I'd rather have Ramsey, the sniper, more to work with. He's 6'3" as well. Pretty big. I know he's not the younger of the two, but they're both going to turn 18 or at least be 18 at the start of the season. So Ramsey here. Hopefully I make the right pick. He's got a similar style to Mikko Koivu, interestingly enough. Actually, it looks like he might have, I don't trust our scouts as much there. So we're going to make the pick of Elias Ramsey, who is medium top 6 at 68. Okay, so he's close to the NHL. He's got really good wrist shot accuracy, offensive awareness, and puck control. His passing needs work. He's got some interesting categories. He's like that Leafs guy. That had really, really good stats in certain categories, not exactly all the way around. Anyway, we're going to see who we passed on. Sedikov, Miller. Yeah, Miller is fine. Well-rounded power forward. We got a very, a very raw sniper, I should call it. There's Kerslake. Yeah, I'd rather have the sniper anyway. He's not got bad. There's Latipov, who's medium top 9, so I'm glad we didn't take him. And then the rounding out of the first round with Kusano, the 60 overall medium top 9 sniper. So let's go ahead here, see a couple picks. Raquel goes, Kato goes, and I believe that means that Kondratiev is still on the board. Patrick Duras is 3 years away. 2 years away here for Kondratiev, but I don't know if it's worth even bothering to trade up for him when we can find similar guys later on in the draft. 3 years away, this guy's a gem. 3 years away, this guy's not a gems, but they're basically going to be the same player anyway. We'll wait and see. We'll go to our next pick here. I don't think there's anybody worth trading up for, given we'd have to give up some assets, and I don't really want to do that. So we got to pick at 25 there. Let's actually offer a trade, see what we do have. Maybe it might be worth not using our mid-round picks and instead trying to go after somebody who's on the trade block. I just noticed some names down on the trade block. Torrey Krug, Justin Falk. Okay, Bolduc just won the Calder, but Krug and Falk in St. Louis. So if we go ahead and take a look at St. Louis, let's take a look at our defensemen first. We know Manson is on his way out. So is Werenski. Brandstrom is looking insanely good, though. Brandstrom is probably going to play with Shabbat next season. Manson could be on his way out. Fowler, Drysdale, and then probably Reese Chichu. But it still leaves us with one spot, right? We got Shabbat, Brandstrom, Fowler, Drysdale, and then Chichu. So that leaves us with one spot to potentially go pick up one of those St. Louis Blues blue liners that hit the block recently. They are incredibly valuable considering they have really good contracts. They're a little bit older. They're very, very, I mean, oh my goodness. They're both offensive defensemen. Torrey Krug is an insane offensive defenseman. He puts up a ton of points. Does he fit the scheme? He fits the third pairing. I don't like the fact that he fits the third pairing, but if he fits the third pairing, does he fit the first pairing? I'm not too sure. Let's actually go to our team here and see, like, Shabbat. Okay, so the first and second line seem to be the same. Brandstrom here. Yeah, the third line is different than the second line. So Falk seems to be the better of the two options for a chemistry standpoint. Considering he fits the top 4 defensive pairings, whereas Torrey Krug fits just the third defensive pairing. Power play 1 and the penalty kill 2, but he's an offensive defenseman. I don't exactly want him playing penalty kill. So Falk will find a trade for him. Philip Forsberg, Joel Eriksson in a second. Pelletier, White, and Formanton, Worrell, or Kachuk. Yeah, okay, so we're not going after their defenseman there. I guess I could wait until free agency to potentially look at trades, but I at least want to do some looking here while we've got the opportunity. There goes Zanetti. Not a worry about that pick for them. Take a look at the defenseman here. We'll flip through some teams. Oh, look at that. Some guys are on the block. I don't want that contract. I don't want these guys. They're not that good. They're not on the block. They're not on the block. Eric Carlson is not very highly valued. He is dropping, so I don't want to go for that. Definitely not. Nobody there. Toronto, what do you want? Nothing. Okay. Vancouver Canucks, think they can compete. Washington Capitals have no defensemen whatsoever. Some low guys there. Arizona's not getting rid of any good players. Boston, Zaitsev, I mean, no, he's not what I want. I can easily find a Zaitsev in free agency. I want to find somebody I can't easily find elsewhere. But nobody else seems to be wanting to trade defensemen, it seems. At least for now. We'll see when we get to free agency if things change, if teams edit their trade block based on the draft here and what they picked and what kind of team they're planning to be. But at least for now, I mean, a guy like Oscar Klefbom, but they don't want to get rid of him either. Who else wants to get Ryan Ellis is a very, very good pickup if we can get him. He fits all defensive pairings. What do you want for him, Nashville? They want Walters, a second and a third. A first next year, Drysdale, Cutler, Tennell, Walters. Okay, I could do the Walters a second and a third to get Ryan Ellis. Ryan Ellis will have 2 years left. He's 34, turning 35. He should be okay for the season. He's a very, very good-looking player playing in Nashville who's been a bad team. He's putting up a good amount of points, too. And Walters here is 19 at 70. We have other defensemen, though, or goaltenders in the system here. We take a look here. Walters, he's probably the furthest away, and he's probably the most I'm most okay with trading away. Like Tennell's a 74, Cutler's a 75, and they're both 21. They're a couple of years from contending. Walters here may be a good goalie, but I think it's worth it. Walters a second and a third for Ryan Ellis. That's definitely going to bolster the defensive core there. We've definitely got the cap space to do it. So we are going to go ahead and acquire Ryan Ellis for a prospect goaltender, our second and our third this year, which is fine by me. I don't think we're a team that needs to be using day two picks, if you will, seconds and thirds. They are not very valuable to us. We're going to jump all the way to pick 89, which we could get a fourth and a sixth, but I'm going to decline that trade. We still have a third round pick to boot. So there we go. Very, very good feeling about that. We could replenish the goaltender. Nasarov here is potentially 3 years away. There's a gem that's 3 years away. Ruslan Nasarov, the sniper. Alexander Bergevin, 4 years. 5 years for this goalie, 1 bar starter. We already looked at Shing. Chubasov is potentially 5 years away. We got another pick coming up soon, so I won't go too far down here, but I just want to keep an eye out for anything that might be popping up. Arvidsson is not somebody I'd like to go after. The goalie tandem there. I'm glad he's got a secondary position too. Good for him. Pascal Plant. But Nasarov here is dump, balance, block behind the net. Not great. Here's a defenseman who's 3 years away, 5 years, 3 years. He's 2 bar low elite, so we'll give him a chance. See what he might be. He is going to be low top 6 playmaker, so that's fine with me. We got another playmaker for the roster. Looks like a good one as well. Low top 6. Fine with that in the third round. Let's go to our next pick here. It shouldn't be too long. There we go. We got low top 9 there. 2 bar medium top 9 here in Walter Wilson. Not planning on going after him. But Bayan Bodie. All right, now it's kind of looking like we're not going to find many players that are going to be NHL ready anytime soon. This goaltender's still 5 years away, but goaltenders usually are 5 years away. They usually don't make the NHL very quickly, unless you got a really, really good one. 5 years. Yeah, so I think it might be just time to go ahead and take some swings on some players that might not be ready soon, but could have high potential. So Walter Wilson is 5 years away. I don't like that at all. 2 bar low top 6 here for this left winger. I'd like to stay away from the left wingers. O'Mara, another left winger. Balance, shoot, energy balance, crash the net is a terrible, terrible scheme. We could take Kim Arvidsson here. Looks fine. Not exactly fantastic, though. Nicholas Davies, 2 bar low top 9. I think I might just take... there's Duda here, who we know for a fact is 4 years away, and it is low top 9. We got the defensive and Passy Martins. Oh, then there's Hernandez here, who we know nothing about, and he's 20, so I'm not going to take him. I think I might take one of these guys. I might take O'Mara. Yeah, let's take O'Mara. He's 19, though. I'm not going to take O'Mara. I'm going to take Niilakainen. Niilakainen, I think is the name. There we go. We'll take him. Low top 9. That's okay. I mean, we're in round 4, right? It's not exactly loaded with talent, if you will. So they want us to pass on him. I might take a swing at the goalie here. He's got 1 bar medium elite. It could be something. I don't know. There's 2 bar low elite here for Avery Jarvis. He's potentially 3 years away. I think I'm going to take him. If he's potentially 3 years away, low top 6, defensive defenseman, that's okay. Not missing out on too much there. We're not going to bother checking for that goalie. This guy is 5 years. This guy is 5 years. 2 bar medium top 4. Could be 4 years. He's 20. I don't want to wait for that. I'd end up likely getting rid of him anyway. There's Stefan Hogland or Pedersen. I think I'm going to take Hogland here, make the pick. Offensive defenseman, the 7th defenseman, so not exactly fantastic. There's a medium backup or low backup here. He's 4 years away from the NHL, really, at 17? I think I'm going to take the flyer on the goalie there. Low fringe starter, that's fine. We're replenishing one of the goalies we drafted or just traded. And then there's Quenneville here, who's low elite, 2 bar low elite here at 220. The sniper could be potentially 5 years away, but let's see if we can get a hit. Low top 9 is not bad for the end of the 7th round. We are now done with the draft, and I think coming away with Ramsey, as well as coming away with Ryan Ellis from the Nashville Predators, I think is a very good deal for this team. We have to re-sign our coaches. bring them back. We have to bring some of our scouts back and some of our prospects. Colin White is back at 9.8, and that is a very, very good number for us, guys. That is going to help us out quite a bit. And hopefully, our coaching staff, Des Rose, is now an A coach, and he fits us well. So I'm going to bring back Des Rose. I give him a ton of money. I'm assuming he's going to come back anyway. I doubt he's going to not be an NHL head coach, especially when offered. But I'm going to give him the $4.5 million that he's not asking for. And then we've got some associate coaches down here that I'm just going to give some money to. It's no big deal. I'm not really too concerned about it here. Associate coach in the AHL is not exactly my priority right now. We'll get the goalie coach down here. Eskalinen. We'll give him probably as much as we can because I always got to bribe goalie coaches to stick around. 770, there you go, my guy. Have fun in Belleville. All right, now let's check out our contracts. I'll do the scouts, guys. Don't worry about that. Zach Werenski does not want a contract to come back. We have $11 million in cap space too. So if we take a look at our, let's go from the back out from goalies. We've got Sogard and Gibson. Sogard is still on a super cheap deal, and I'm assuming Linus Ullmark wants, yeah, we're gonna let Ullmark walk. I'm not gonna be able to pay a backup $4+ million. But we've got Markkanen here. Juho Markkanen has looked really, really good. 77 at 23. Tennell, I think I got to give a contract to him. Yes, I do. So Cutler and Tennell will probably be the AHL guys. I will give them their ELC there. Markkanen, will qualify him. We'll sign him, and if he turns out to be, worthy of the NHL's backup job, we can always move on from Sogard. I'm assuming a team would want Sogard. But we at least have 5 goalies in the system, which is always something I like to have. Taking a look at the defensive core, we have Shabbat, Brandstrom, Ellis, Fowler, Drysdale, and then hopefully Reese Chichu coming up. Brown here, if he wants to be in the AHL, he can stay. He does want to be in the AHL. Woolanine as well, if you want to be in the... he wants a one-way deal. We're going to say goodbye to Woolanine. But Branson wants to be in the NHL. We can say goodbye. Hope you enjoyed your time here. These guys are not quite good enough. This guy's he's low elite, Caffrey, but is he really ever going to hit his potential? I'll give him a contract just to be safe. It's an ELC. It's not really going to hurt us cap-wise. Silvergard here, medium top 4, but he's 22 at 60. He hasn't grown at all. He looks like he's going to bust. Manson does want a contract extension, to be fair. $5.7 million. I made the trade for Ryan Ellis. I think we're okay. Shabbat, Brandstrom, Ellis, Fowler, Drysdale, and Chichu sounds like a fine defensive core to me. Should be very, very good. Forward core, we've got Stutzla, White, Worrell, Forsberg, Tkachuk, Kerfoot, Joel Eriksson with Pelletier and Brown, Formanton, Markstrom, and Yolanin. Roslovic can probably be on his way. I don't think I need him. I got Yolanin there. How did he do last season? He's got insane passing and offensive awareness. He's got a decent defensive game. He put up 74 points in Belleville. Yeah, I think we're going to, as much as I don't like to do it, we're going to release Jack Roslovic. LaPierre, offer him a contract. He wants a 2-way deal. We love to see that. Keep him around with his bit of potential. Could always fill in the bottom 6. And he wants 3 years. Let's go. We love to see that. Grieg as well. We'll qualify him and then offer him a contract of 3 years at the same thing. These guys down here, Davidson is a 2-way forward. Twarinsky is a grinder. I'm going to let him walk. And then we got Nick Paul, who's a power forward, so we're going to bring him back, offer him the contract, sure, for 2 years. And then Davidson as well, we'll give him 2 years. These guys down here don't need a contract. Landeskog is 20, medium top 9 at 67. I think I'm going to let him walk as well. And there we go. So that should be all the guys we need to re-sign. All should be accepting their contracts. Paul does not want to come back, but Josh Brown, Davidson, no. These guys are here. There we go. Love to see that. Not too many complaints. Coaching staff and scouts. I need to sign those two scouts, right? I hope the coaching staff signs a contract soon. We'll just go ahead and give these guys what they want because that's usually how scouts roll. And then we can go ahead and get into the free agency period and see with what little money we might have. I don't have the budget to sign him. Excuse me? I don't have owner mode on. I don't have owner mode on. What do you mean I don't have the budget to sign you? Owner mode's not on. My budget doesn't matter. I have the budget to sign you, bro. I have 4 million. What? Excuse me? When did this happen? I thought I could just throw a ton of money at coaches and they'd come back. When did this happen? When did I miss out on the budget being a thing? I don't have owner mode on. I have no control over budgets right now of my coaching staff. How am I supposed to manage whether or not I have the budget to sign my head coach? I was going to sign your... What? What are you talking about? What is going on right now? Did they patch something? I've never experienced this in my life where the coach won't re-sign because I don't have enough cap to bring him back. I guess I'll give him 3.5, 3.4. Give him that. See if he'll accept it. I mean, what? I have no control over my staff salary. I have absolutely no control over it. If this owner mode was on, I'd understand. If I go into settings, is there a coach? I have no clue what's going on right now. I've never run into this before. Finances are off. Yeah, they're all not touchable because I have owner mode off. So I should not be having an issue with signing my coach back. Are you kidding me? Oh man, I am going to be livid if he's not able to sign that contract. He accepted his contract, which is beautiful. AHL goalie and associate coaches. I guess I just will roll with that one, EA. I guess I will because I was blindsided by this change. Really appreciate that. All right, well, we'll sit here and take a look. Nikolai Ehlers and Bjorkstrand and Werenski are all free agents, but let's sort by overall. Dubé here is a UFA, but he's a two-way forward. So what do we need is the question. What do we need? We take a look at our lines, or potential lines going into the season. Let's take a look at forwards. We got Stützle, White, and Worrell. Stützle is a playmaker who we know can fit the first line. White doesn't fit the first line. Worrell kind of fits the first line. So we need a left wing sniper that fits the first line very, very well. Is that Joel Eriksson Ek? It is Joel Eriksson Ek. So he could move up there. That would be fine. Then we'd have Worrell, or we'd have White, Forsberg, Kachuk, or Kerfoot maybe. Kerfoot's probably going to be our third line center, but he fits the second line so well. Kachuk fits the second line as well. And then Colin White, again, fits the second line very, very well. One of those guys is going to play with Pelletier. Pelletier could move up to that second line if he ends up growing. Guys, I don't think I need to sign anybody. I would rather not give a ton of money out either. We got to re-sign Worrell after this season. So offer him a contract extension. Can I give him 8? 8 by like 9.5. I'd save a little bit of money, get him for 8 years there. Pelletier is 20 and 83. We'll see how he grows. We'll see how he does throughout the season. But Worrell's definitely a guy I want to bring back. As far as free agents, I don't see a need to go and splash a ton of cash unless it is on a one-year deal for a guy like Ovechkin. A sniper who, I mean, he fits the second line is the only problem. You know, I want to get some of these guys in, but I just don't see the need to splash so much cash. I mean, we need first-line snipers. The best sniper is Ovechkin. Actually, the best sniper is Bjorkstrand here, who is a pretty good sniper, but fits the fourth line, doesn't exactly fit our first line. So I think I might stay quiet in free agency here. Krebs. Peyton Krebs is a guy I would like to sign on a very cheap deal for 3 years. Beautiful. At 24, he's got room to grow. Same thing with Brunkovic. Him for 3 years. Beautiful. Yeah, we'll offer sheet that. Why not? I don't care if he's an RFA or not because it doesn't matter to me. 80 overall, Likachev. At 23, let's go ahead and give him a contract. We'll just try and snag all these RFAs. And then Williams here. 3. Actually, he doesn't want 2 years. Can I give him as much as I can? Steal. Oh, if we steal this kid from Tampa, Josh Williams, take him from Tampa, that would make me happy. I don't think I need to sign any other players. If we take a look at the goalies, Samsonov and Hart made it to free agency. But I don't think I'm going to go after, or Smirnov, excuse me. Smirnov is medium elite, but it's 64. Carter Hart would be a great get, but I have Gibson, who's just as good, and I'm not going to splash that kind of cash on another goalie. It's just not worth it. Gerard and Nilakainen for 2/3. I'm going to decline that trade. We're going to wait and see if they accept our offers, these RFAs. He's going with another team. Okay, Josh Williams is here. Peyton Krebs is here. And okay, so the RFAs signed with the RFA teams. Brennan Worrell wants way more money than $9.5 million for 8 years. And no longer wants an extension. So we'll wait until the January 1st. But guys, I don't think I'm going to make any other moves in free agency. I do need to sign some coaches, though, for the AHL. I have absolutely no AHL coaches. Associate, assistant, and goalie. I don't know what they did. I don't know if they changed it or what, but I'm going to actually take a quick look. Guys, I just took a look at the latest patch notes. That latest patch was not anytime soon. It was January 27th was the last time they patched the game, or at least released patch notes for it. So I have no idea why I can't sign coaches, because that's great. I absolutely love that, just randomly not being able to sign coaches. But we'll try here and see if we can give these guys exactly what they want. And hopefully they do accept B teaching down here for this guy. There we go. Assistant coach. Beautiful. And then who does anybody specialize in goalies that's available? Couple goalies. A+ here in the teaching. Definitely going to want to bring this person. Budget remaining. Can I do? Yeah, let's offer that. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I did not want to give them the assistant coach. I wanted to give them the goalie coach. Well, hopefully the other guy accepts. So we'll advance the day. Advance the day. Zibanejad is going to reject. That's fine. Greffe. All right, and I missed out on all 3 coaches. So I have no idea what is going on here with the coaching staff thing. I don't know why I can't. I mean, I used to be able to just jack the money up and they would just come as I beckoned. But no, not anymore. So we'll look at the B+ or B- coach. Excuse me, I'm looking at the wrong column. Teaching is here. So this generalist is actually not too bad with other things as well. So B teaching is fine with me. B- on the penalty kill. So we'll offer the associate coach a bit of that. And then assistant coach is teaching this good goalie coach, Ollie Thornson. And then we will not worry about goalie coaches. We don't need to worry about goalie coaches. Generalist here with a B. We'll take that. Did I make it a goalie coach? I offered Greve again. I'm going to come back for him. I'm going to get him. But guys, I don't know what to do here. Specifically considering I don't know if I have... Grafita still does not want to come, so that's fine. All right, so he comes. Okay, I guess some guys will now join. I don't know, guys. I'm going to finish up the coaching, and I'll catch you at the start of next season so we can take a look at the lines. Here we go, guys. I finally got the coaches to accept the offers. For some reason, they were able to take more than I had the budget for. Maybe it's because I tried in the re-sign phase. I have no idea, though. But every coach is back that we want. We got some good coaches as well. So let's take a look at the lines. We want Worrell up here. And where is... Okay, I guess Josh Williams, the two-way forward, fits the scheme well. Alex Formanton could be the guy for that first line. A +3 for Formanton. Not got great stats. He's not got great underlying numbers. And we got Joel Eriksson Ek here, who also doesn't have great underlying numbers, but he's fine. We're not putting Kachuk there. Ooh, a +3. Kerfoot might be the guy that I could move. I could move Kerfoot. As much as I've loved having Kerfoot on the team, he's been really solid for the last 2 seasons. I don't know how many years left he's got on his deal. Let's take a quick look. He's got 2 years left at $7 million. And our top 6 seems to be set. And I could maybe move Kerfoot to see, maybe find an upgrade over Formanton. Moving, I guess Pelletier up too would get us a +3. And then Forsberg on the first line gets us a +1. I don't mind this. Actually, I don't mind this at all. And then I get to keep Formanton and Kerfoot. So it's Kerfoot, Brown, and Yolanen, who's got insane numbers for a playmaker, or a two-way forward. Yeah, he's got insane numbers for a playmaker, yet he's a two-way forward. Anyway, Forsberg, Stützle, Worrell, Pelletier on the first line would not get, no, that's not a good idea. Kerfoot on the first line, not seem like a good idea either. We've got, yeah, we already have a power forward up there. We just need a goal scorer, and I think that could be Forsberg. Forsberg's a guy that I've kind of kept around. I gave him more ice time last year. He rewarded me with it. 32 goals, 79 points, and he didn't even play the whole season on the top line. So if he potentially plays the whole season up here, Forsberg, Stützle, Worrell. But Kachuk, White, Pelletier is going to be a great second line with Kerfoot, Brown, and Yolanen would be also a great third line. Formanton, Markstrom, and Williams. And we even have McMichael and Joel Eriksson Ek scratched. I could always put in Joel Eriksson Ek. I'm just going to do this quickly. It's not actually going to be what I'm doing, but Joel Eriksson Ek up there for the scratch gets us a +3, which is fine, but I think I'd rather have Forsberg getting a +1. I think that makes more sense. Defensively, Ryan Ellis is a really good fit. Oh, we love to see that. And then Jeremy Roy as well is a good fit. So we get, oh, if we move Fowler down, we get +3/+3. Drysdale and Ellis, I like that. Fowler, Roy, Drysdale, Ellis, and then Brandstrom and Shabbat. They don't need a plus, right? They don't need a plus whatever. But Drysdale with Ellis, the offensive defenseman with the two-way defenseman, this pairing could put up a ton of points. That's what I'm thinking, guys. It could put up a boatload of points. So we got Cam Fowler and Roy, and then in goal, Gibson's an 89 with Sogard being a 82. But we got to check the roster moves to see if anybody in the AHL has jumped and become good enough for the NHL. LaPierre, Grieg, and Chichu. Chichu, you know what? I'll call up Chichu and see, you know, what he could fit in to be. Because then we could always move on from Roy. LaPierre, Grieg, these guys are two-way forwards that seem to just fit. Grieg is actually a playmaker, but these guys we got a loaded AHL. And we take a look at the goalies. Juho Markkanen is now listed as a backup. Cutler needs another year as the starter, but Markkanen could definitely be an NHLer. So if we call him up as well, actually NHL, we want skaters. We'll send down McMichael. Fine by me. In the system, we'll go to the goalies. We'll just call up Markkanen, just so I don't forget. We'll go to edit lines. I'm sure it'll tell me to, yeah. Oh, wow, we get a +3 there, too, in the AHL? Wait. No, we want Grieg, right? Yeah, Grieg over McMichael. And then LaPierre. Yeah, LaPierre is 23. Grieg is 23. He's a playmaker. LaPierre is a two-way forward, so I'm going to leave him on that middle line. Gerard is a power forward who does not fit up here, these two-way forwards. I need to sign a fourth line, though. The defensive core. Actually, let's take a look at the NHL. If I sub out Roy for Reese Chichu, it's only a +1, so Reese Chichu doesn't fit as well. But he's 22. I'd like to give him his shot. He lost a lot of morale recently, but I'd like to give him his shot in the NHL and see what happens. Play him with Fowler. I can play him with Drysdale, too. I'm not sure. I think I'd like to play Drysdale up there as the medium top 4, see how he can grow. Cam Fowler, we know, is got 1 year left, and then we can move on from him. So we got plenty of options, guys. I need to know your thoughts. Who stays, who goes, who plays where? I want to hear what you have to say, and I will look forward to reading all your comments, guys. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one.